Hey, federal employees, hopefully I can help some of you bring some relief and relaxation for federal contractors, maybe not. Share this to help get this out. So my DMs are full of, are we really getting back pay? And what if they try to yank that? Well, here's my straight take as a federal employee attorney. I know they might be moving stuff from furlough letters, but this law still applies. There's a lot here. Please watch to the end. So the law here isn't vibes, it's text. You're probably good, but for contractors, that might be a different story. I'm hearing a lot of chatter that maybe they won't pay furloughed folks this time. Yeah, I get the fear, but the governing documents still say what they say. Employees shall be compensated for the lapse, paid as soon as possible after it ends, with the obvious caveat that Congress must pass something to end the lapse so agencies can legally cut checks. And of course, Congress can change laws. That's how the separation of powers works here. OPM has already folded that language into your agency playbooks. If your furlough notice left back pay language out, that doesn't change your statutory entitlement, so read your law. Don't be whipsawed by rumor. Under the Government Employee Fair Treatment Act of 2019, if you're a federal employee furloughed during a lapse in appropriation, or you were accepted and had to work, you're entitled to be paid for the shutdown period once funding is restored at the earliest date possible after a lapse ends. That's not a courtesy, it's a mandate. The statute was signed in 2019 and OPM's current guidance still implements it exactly that way. So what does this actually mean in your paycheck? Well, for furloughed employees, generally the shutdown hours convert to paid hours after your lapse end. You get your standard rate, think your base plus your locality and any regular differentials you would have received. For accepted employees who worked, you've paid for actual hours plus any applicable overtime, night, Sunday, or holiday premiums under the normal rules after funding returns. And for both groups, those furlough hours count as paid time for leave accrual and service credit once back pay hits. Agencies can't charge you leave for time that fell inside the lapse. That's black letter in OPM's implementation. Two common pain points I'm hearing: benefits and TSP. Your FEHB and Fed VIP coverage continues during the shutdown. Missed premiums simply accrue and are taken from pay when it resumes. That's why some paychecks after reopening look light, right? The system's catching up on your deductions. On TSP, the plan itself runs normally, but contributions and matches pause when there's no pay. We'll get to the contractors in a second. I know there's a lot. When retroactive pay is processed, agencies are responsible for pushing the missed deductions. Check your earnings statement and TSP history after the first couple of cycles to confirm makeups posted. If they didn't, escalate in writing with payroll. Unemployment, many states allow furloughed feds to apply. If you receive state UI and later get back pay, you'll likely have to repay those UI benefits. That's not a penalty. It's how the statutes reconcile duplicate income. If you went that route, keep every letter and payment receipt so the reconciliation is clean once payroll catches up. For contractors, there's a different story. The 2019 law protects federal and DC public employees. It does not create a blanket right to back pay for contractors. Sometimes Congress adds targeted relief later, but there's no automatic entitlement in the employee statute. If you're a contractor, your remedy lives in your contract terms and your appropriations, not GEFTA. The practical next steps while we wait: save your furlough accepted notices and any scheduled changes, screenshot your last pre-shutdown LES. When payroll resumes, compare your LES and TSP activity line by line. Premiums or deductions don't square, you can email payroll or HR, maybe subject line shutdown retro pay reconciliation, so there's a ticket in the system. If you hit resistance or see retaliation for raising pay accuracy, you might be a whistleblower. You might want to contact a lawyer, politely in writing. But again, hopefully that does not happen, but it will to a few people. I've seen it. So I'll end with this: anxiety is normal. Misinformation helps no one. If you are furloughed, you're legally entitled to back pay when the Congress ends the lapse. In my legal take, that's what I think. If you're accepted, your earned wages and premiums are due under the normal rules once funds flow. Meanwhile, share what you're seeing. Have your agencies been clear about back pay timing? Why do you think they're not being clear? Has any of them said you will not be paid? Did your furlough letter change this time? If so, how are your banks or credit unions offering bridge programs based on legal back pay guarantee? Drop the experience below so others can learn what's working and what isn't in the real world. As always, thank you everybody for your support. Take care and have a great day.